Hello everybody, this is Danny from Deep South Homestead on Porch Time today. I'm going to be talking about storm watching and weather watching today, because in the region of the country that we live in here in the Deep South, that's something that we have to, this time of the year, we have to really keep an eye on is the weather. Right now we have a tropical system developing off of the panhandle of Florida that's going to be moving up the west coast of Florida and moving up around the panhandle area, and then moving across the panhandle area, coming on over toward South Mississippi where I live at, along the coastal region. Now, this system is not predicting right now to turn into a hurricane, but just to be a tropical low. And it is said, what I've been able to find out is that it's going to be going, the center of it will be going up in around Mobile Bay, going up into toward southern Alabama, and then going back across southern Alabama, going back toward Georgia. The biggest threat from this right now is just going to be heavy rainfall and a little bit of wind. Now the Tallahassee area, according to what I'm able to find out, could get up to 17 inches of rain over the next few days. Mobile, up in that area, Mobile Bay, it looks like it's going to be getting around 11, maybe 12 inches of rain. Over here on the western side of it, where we're going to be at, we're going to be getting anywhere between 6 and 8 inches of rain in a 2-day period. Now the reason I brought this up is that when these kind of things happen on a homestead, we have to make preparations for this on a homestead. And what Wanda and I did this morning was we went to town and went ahead, and even though it's not a bad system, you still have to go ahead and make preparations, because you don't know what's going to happen with all the flooding and everything that's going to take place along the coastal regions. We went ahead and got the gas that we needed in gas cans. We've got diesel for the tractor if we need it. We went ahead and filling up the gas bottles. Went on to the store, anything we thought we might need to make sure our 72-hour emergency system is up. We went ahead and got all that stuff that we thought maybe we might be a little bit behind on. Went ahead and took care of that, which is we got things like, we got some bottled water, because it's always good to have that in case we don't have our well up and running fast enough to get water out of it. Can't wait till actually Rick from Two Country gets here, because he's going to be hooking our well system up on a solar system from me. So that's exciting, so that we'll have our solar water, solar pump and everything. I mean, we're excited about this on our homestead here, because of these type situations right here. The only thing that's really concerning Wanda and I right here at this point is our corn is almost completely dry on the stalks. If we get 6 to 8 inches of rain up in here with tropical winds of 15 to 30, let's just put it that way, and that corn heavy on these dry stalks, and they get wet, then it makes them that much heavier, and the stalks are just going to break over and fall on the ground. So our major concern right now is our corn. We're trying to decide whether we want to go ahead and go out and start chopping some of it down and trying to just pile it in the barn right now till we have time to get it all hung up and let it completely finish drying, or do we want to just chance it, and if it falls down during the storm, then go over and try to cut it off and hang it up and let it dry that way again. What we run into in this is a mold issue. And we do not want to lose our corn to alpha toxin or anything like that. We're trying to make that decision. And see, this is one of the things living in the part of the country that we live in, down in the southern part of the United States, that you have to take into consideration, because it's not only that, we have animals that we have to be concerned about. Now, we have to make sure everything for our chickens is okay, because we're talking about 2 days of torrential rainfall, which there's no breaks in it usually. When that kind of stuff moves in here, it's just steady, hard rain for 2 days. And plus you get wind on top of that. And you got to always be conscious of, is some type of area on the farm flooding? Is water getting into a place? And then you got to take into consideration what kind of crops do I have planted. Now right now our sweet potatoes, our sweet potatoes were planted in 4 consecutive harvests this year, because last year we planted them all at one time and it was overwhelming to try to get them out. So we did 4 consecutive plantings this year, about 20 days to 30 days apart. So we're going to be harvesting sweet potatoes over a 4-month period. We've started harvesting some of ours already. We haven't got that video up yet because we're actually saving it till my book is completely finished, and once the book is finished we're going to put the sweet potato harvesting up right ahead of the book. But we're looking at, we have peanuts in the ground. We're trying to decide whether or not they're going to be sprouting if they get too wet. Is the sweet potatoes going to sprout or rot because if they get too wet? Our peas, we have black-eyed peas. They are just now starting to bloom. Is it going to mess with the blooms? Tomatoes is almost over. We still have some bell peppers, which is not going to affect the bell peppers. We got butter beans. It's still not going to affect all the butter beans. Trying to think here. Our Marconi peppers and stuff like that, they should be fine. But see, we have this morning I actually set the trap up and caught the last 2 of my pigs. You know, while I had 2 babies that got loose from me. 4 of them were just a piece of cake to handle. I just walked them up and walked them right in the barn. But 2 of them took on a little bit of a spooky nature, and you couldn't get real close to them. And they got out of the pen, and they've been out now for about 2 weeks. So I set a trap up, and I caught them this morning, and was able to get them out to the barn and get them in with the other 4 that we had put in the pen out there. So I'll have to be monitoring the pen to make sure that it's not. I just don't like my pigs to stay in total mud all the time. I may have to move them inside the barn if it gets too muddy. And we got to keep an eye on just the house, the homestead in general. Make sure there's no water problems at the barn. Make sure there's no water issues at the house here. These type of things, downed limbs, all this stuff, we have to take all that into consideration. We have to look around and say, well, is there anything that needs picking up? Because when the wind starts blowing, if you got anything that's light laying around, then we have to take time and make sure all this stuff is picked up and put out away from where the winds can get it. Do we have any young trees that might need staking so the wind won't lean them? There's just, when these type storms move in, there's lots of things in the southern part of the United States that just has to be taken into consideration. And I know there's lots of places in the country you don't have to deal with this, but a lot of our subscribers are from this area down here, and they're very familiar with this, and they'll know exactly what I'm talking about. And it's just good to let the other homesteaders know what we face down in these areas. And y'all will face a total different set of rules that we don't have to face. When it comes time for winter and snow starts coming in, y'all will be weather watching on snow and stuff like that, blizzards and these kind of things, and you'll have to make preparations for that, something we don't have to prepare for down here. But I guess if anything good's going to come out of this, maybe we'll get a break from this extensive heat that we've been under. I'm looking at the thermometer right now. It's about 90, it's about 93 right now. And we have a slight breeze because the breeze from this system is already starting to move in here a little bit and starting to blow, which makes it a little bit more bearable. So we're looking forward to the much needed rainfall for our area. We're looking forward to the breezes blowing and maybe cooling. It's supposed to be down in the mid 80s, I think they said was going to be the highs during these rain periods. We're kind of looking forward to that. What we're not looking forward to is the humidity that's going to come after this system has passed. But I don't have any books today, so I'm not going to be throwing up any books on my porch time. It's just that I haven't had a lot of time today. I just ran out here to do this. Time is going to be short because of so much preparation that's got to be done. We're trying to get all the seeds mailed off. We spent most of the morning at the post office, like an hour and something at a post office, mailing off some seeds, and we got another hour and something tomorrow morning at the post office because we can't take them all in at one time because it just takes too much of the postal service's time up because other people's trying to get in, and when we're there they have to put extra help out just to make sure we get our packaging off. So we'll be going back in the morning trying to get the other seeds mailed off and get y'all your corn out that you've ordered. And I want to say thank you for having ordered that. We still have plenty of it, so if anybody needs any more, just go to the Etsy store and put your orders in, because unless the weather just destroys it, there's going to be plenty of it, so we're not really worried about that. We do have, if there's other seeds that you're interested in, let us know, because we do have other seeds. We have lots of different tomato seeds. I have asparagus seeds right now that are coming in. So we've got a lot of different kinds of seeds. So I may not have what you're interested in, but if I do, just ask us, send us a PM or something, and ask us in the link below down here today. If there's a certain kind of seed you're looking for, and I have it and it's an heirloom, I've got extra, then I'll let you know how much it is, and we'll try to work out some sort of an agreement to get you some seeds. But that's kind of where I wanted to go today with Porch Time, is just watching the weather, because that's what we're predominantly doing today. We didn't realize that this system was coming up in here, because I really don't watch the news that much. I just happened to flip the internet on today to check out our channel, and I saw this pop up about this storm system coming in. Wanda and I decided we needed to go make a few things happen before this weather come in here. So not much more to say today, other than it's just hot sitting out here right now. The humidity is extremely high ahead of this storm, and I'm trying to make sure the homestead's in good working order right now, because what really bothers me is I've got muscadines getting ripe right now, which is way ahead of schedule. One and I's been picking them and kind of putting them up in the refrigerator right now. We wanted to get a video up on the muscadines, but it's just too much going on right now. And I don't know if you can hear in the background the wind's blowing, but just keep us in your thoughts and prayers, and everybody down south here, while this storm system moves in and we try to make preparations for it. So I want to tell y'all I appreciate you watching us on the live stream Saturday night. We always are encouraged by the reaction we get from people and all the different questions that's asked. And just remember, our live stream will be based on our videos that we put out during the week. So if you want to have questions for the live stream, watch the videos and get your questions ready, and we'll be more than happy to answer them on a live stream on Saturday night at 8 o'clock Central Time. Thank you from Deep South Homestead.